Welcome to 4PSB, where us teens will analyze and discuss some sports takes. I'm William Powers.
I'm Max Pino.
And I'm Owen Peterson.
Well, just before we start, I want to say that this is our first episode. Basically, we're just going to be talking, asking questions, and discussing current events in sports. Mostly all sports. Our fourth member, William Pilon, could not be here today. We'll introduce him next. All right. I'll start us off.
Yeah, start us off.
So, tonight at, I think 8 o'clock is the first NCAA men's finals this year. Baylor versus Gonzaga. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that matchup?
9:20 p.m., by the way.
9:20? Wow.
I think it's going to be a pretty even matchup.
Baylor has an amazing defense.
Yeah, considering Baylor has a better defense, but Gonzaga has a better offense, I'm not really sure who I want to pick to win.
I can't wait to see Drew Timme versus the Baylor center. I also want to see how Jalen Suggs can get open, because the Baylor defense just is so good at forcing turnovers. And the Gonzaga defense is actually kind of underrated.
Jalen Suggs coming off that near mid-court shot.
That buzzer
I think he's going to continue. I think he's going to continue it. He's going to be a big threat to Baylor. If Gonzaga wants to win, they need Jalen Suggs to put up some good numbers.
Definitely. And Timme needs to perform, because Timme is like their rock. Timme and Kispert are I think they're two best players. Suggs maybe third. Kispert is really good at shooting. Yeah.
Timme is their best.
They got the sports betting show things say Gonzaga by 4.5, but I think it's going to be much closer than that. I think it's going to be within 3. I think it's going to be another very exciting.
I think it's going to go to overtime.
Possibly.
Who do you have, Owen?
I've got Gonzaga, but very close. I have Gonzaga winning this only because Baylor had an easy Final Four matchup. They say that people are saying that Baylor has had an easy, has absolutely destroyed Houston, but I don't think it's that hard to destroy Houston. They literally hadn't played a single good team that whole tournament.
Houston, they haven't played a single team over 10.
Team. I wouldn't say good team. I wouldn't say bad teams, but as in not,
because they played the 15 seed,
high-seeded teams,
the 10 seed, the 11 seed, and the 12 seed. They did not
play. And then the 12 seed, and then they had a tough game against Baylor, right?
Yeah, they went from playing Oregon State to playing Baylor. I think that's just not a really hard. I think Baylor is coming off strong off of that game. Even though people think that Baylor beat Houston, that just means they're going to automatically take down Gonzaga. I have Gonzaga by 5. I think they're going to go on a late run. Maybe they're going to need to utilize Timme a lot and get Kispert going, because he needs to be hot in order for them to win against that good Baylor defense.
Yeah. Timme is leading Gonzaga in points per game and rebounds.
Yep. He is
Max,
a
what's
big
your
man
take on this game?
I'm not really sure who to pick. I think it could go either way. I think it's going to come down to the final minutes.
Yeah, that is definitely what I think too. All right.
Yeah.
Next take.
I think Baylor can pull a 5-point lead. But yeah, all right. I'll go ahead and go number 2. What is the best rookie headed into the NBA in the next season? Max, you start us off.
No idea.
We got Cade Cunningham, Luka Garza.
Now, Luka Garza might be a big threat, but he's coming into the NBA pretty late for a rookie. He finished out his whole college career, so I'm not really sure how that will go.
I honestly think that's a strength. Some people think it's a disadvantage, but I think it's a strength coming in. Even though you miss a couple years of NBA, you'll just be experienced, and I think he'll be a good player in his rookie year. I have Cade Cunningham. I think he's a perfect fit for the Detroit Pistons. I analyzed it. Detroit Pistons definitely needs to improve their guards. They have Wayne Ellington and Hamidou Diallo leading their way for this game, and those guys are just absolute nobodies. Okay, like
Cade Cunningham and Jeremy Grant would be a great duo.
Yeah, I think the Detroit Pistons can eventually, in the future, build something around Cade Cunningham and Jeremy Grant if Jeremy Grant doesn't get traded, which is a problem, but
it's likely it could happen
easily.
Yeah.
What about you, William?
I think Luka Garza, just because he can shoot the three, and he's really big. He's got like great post presence. He could definitely post up some pretty tall guys in the NBA. I think he'd be a good fit for maybe the Phoenix Suns. Maybe he'd go at power forward, but he's probably going to be their center. They have DeAndre Ayton though, so it may not work out for them. But I think he's going to go maybe first overall next draft. I think he'll go first overall. Max Abmas is another player.
So if he does, he would be on the Pistons.
Probably, yeah. I'm not sure if Max Abmas is going to the NBA
Illinois
this year.
Sanders. What is that? What is that Illinois big man's name?
Kofi Cockburn.
Yeah, Coburn.
Right. He's also pretty good.
Don't say.
Yeah, I think he can put up a fight, but yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna move on with our next topic, which I'm gonna ask you guys. What do you guys think is the most unbeatable sports record? Personally, I'm coming in thinking it's 100 points in a single game by Wilt Chamberlain.
That's exactly what I was going for.
Yeah,
Magic
that
Johnson,
performance
never will happen
Wilt Chamberlain.
Again. In current basketball, Wilt Chamberlain. Sorry, I get those matches.
That man is insane. How does he average 50 points a game?
Because he's so tall. Back then, all you had to do was be tall. All he did was he was super tall.
No way.
What he did was he just stood in the paint, and since he was so tall, he was taller than everyone else. So his teammates would give him the ball, and he'd just put the ball in the net like it was super easy. And that's how he got his 100-point game. He just kept doing that all game. He just put the ball in the hoop every time his team would get the ball. It was an unstoppable performance. And I don't think that anyone's going to break that record because the NBA has changed, and now it's just harder to do that. Like, his physicality was
with the three ball and everything.
Out of the league. Out of this league.
With the three ball and everything and like the super teams, I just don't think it's possible because that's not how coaches want them.
Do you guys know how high scoring that game was? 169 to 147.
It was a crazy good game.
Who ended up winning that game?
Probably Wilt's team.
The Philadelphia Warriors.
Yeah, that was the team that.
Okay.
New York Knicks.
That's insane.
Yeah,
and also like lots of NBA stats are crazy, like 40 rebounds or so. Is that the record?
I think so.
And Wilt holds them all.
Yeah, Wilt is he could do everything. He's a beast. He was back when basketball was such of a height sport. It was like the main part of basketball it was a height sport.
Yeah.
And he was so tall back then. He could just do everything the game revolved around. And that's how he led in so many records.
Yeah, now players are much more skilled and they don't have to just rely on being tall.
I know this is not the topic, but how do you think old NBA players like Wilt or Magic, Michael Jordan would play in the modern day NBA?
Personally, this is just my opinion, but I think if we put them in modern basketball, LeBron would be better than them.
I think that will be true too, because now there are just more people who can shoot the three, go mid-range, do crazy stuff to get around those tall guys, and there'd be less physicality involved, and they'd just be worse. I think Taco Fall is a good example of that. He's huge. His team can just lob him up the ball, and he can practically put it in the net. He is a human monster.
But I would say I think Michael Jordan would still thrive. I mean, he wasn't that far back. I think I've got Michael Jordan as
you can take Jordan in
scoring like just as much as he was scoring.
Yeah,
Powers. I caught that reference. Monstars. Can't wait for Space Jam 2.
I know Space Jam's gonna be great.
Yeah,
I think that
the ads, the trailers.
I know. Yeah. Oh.
No, there's our
There's
friend.
our fourth member. Chiming
He
in.
should probably join out. He might be able to
Yes.
get some of the talks.
Yes, we can. We'll continue talking.
So yeah, let's continue.
All right.
Hey guys, I have another. I know it's not my turn.
It's my turn.
Who is the true sports goat?
I'm getting P1 in this call. Let him know that we're recording before he joins. Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna change my question. Who is the true NFL GOAT?
Ooh,
the true NFL GOAT.
I have to say Tom Brady.
Yep, I'm just going with the normal opinion. Tom Brady. He's too good. 7 rings.
7 rings. No one's. I don't.
That's more than any other franchise.
You can say
in
Tom
the
Brady,
NFL.
but in my opinion, right now, quarterbacks are so overrated. They get all the fame. I think Jerry Rice and Randy Moss has the most talent.
Whoa.
I think one of the most.
I think
NFL
it's hard
players
to be a wide receiver at some point in time.
One of
throwing the ball in the air to your teammates. Throwing the ball in the air to your teammates is not that hard.
No, it really isn't.
At some
especially
point
when you have a good
you
line.
master that skill. It's always going to be hard to catch the ball when your quarterback throws it.
Yeah, that is true.
And Tom Brady's had some decent wide receivers, like Gronk. He's had Edelman.
He had Randy Moss for a little bit.
Oh, no. Right.
Yep.
But I don't know. It could go to Tom Brady. I'll go either way.
To be honest, I think one of the most talented NFL players ever is Walter Payton, Chicago running back, just because how much speed and power it takes to be a running back. Also, Jerome Bettis, shout out to Notre Dame.
The boss.
He was the insane player. He would just he could break about 5 tackles in a run. He was just great. One of my most unbeatable sports record, in my opinion, is Boston Celtics 8 consecutive championships. With the whole super teams in the NBA and all this new talent going around to different teams, I just think that that's never going to happen again.
I honestly do think at some point there's going to be one season where there's an absolute super team that can just win. But the problem is no one in the modern day NBA is going to want to stay around with the same exact team with cap space. You're not going to have enough cap space for that. They're not going to be wanted to pay low salary. I don't know. I think that
I'm actually going to have an argument against my old case with Wilt Chamberlain, thinking that he might be beat by LeBron, but there was no point in practicing the 3-pointer because there was no 3-pointer when he played.
Yeah, there wasn't a 3-point line. It was just all you could do it was more when
the 3-pointer was invented 17 years after his 100-point game.
Back then, the only thing that people would do was be tall, back in the post, and just put it in for a layup. That was the point of basketball. We got to move on though. All right, so I was thinking maybe cover maybe a short segment, cover a short thing of news that happened just today, only a few hours ago. The Jets traded Sam Darnold to the Carolina Panthers for 2022 picks and a few other selections. What do you think? I think Darnold.
I think the Jets are in the right for that. Darnold, he's a complete bust in my opinion. I don't think he's gonna continue.
I think Adam Gase.
Who did he get traded to?
Panthers. I think Adam Gase.
What picks?
I think Darnold is talented. I like that kid. He has good talent. I don't think Adam Gase.
The Jets definitely won that one.
The Jets, they couldn't really develop.
Do need some talent. Do need some talent at the quarterback. So
yes,
I think it could go either way.
Yeah, but he's going to be working with Christian McCaffrey, so that should be a good duo. Even though Sam Darnold has not been half as talented. All right.
All right, my next topic. What's going on with the Warriors? They're on a 3-game losing streak, including a 50-point loss without Stephen Curry.
7 out of 8 in their last 8 games. They lost 7. I think they just cannot handle losing Klay Thompson. He's just too much for them. Him and Steph are like the best duo.
At some point, Stephen Curry can't carry their team all the way. Stephen Curry's been putting up great numbers, 37. He missed the Raptors game, which is where they lost by 53 or so.
And Stephen Curry
put up 37, 36, 32. Just like his last 3 games that he's played.
Stephen Curry has been averaging
30 points.
29 points. And that's much better than anyone else on his team by 10 points.
Yeah.
Much better average.
No one on his team is giving him any help. Don't get me wrong. Jordan Poole, Draymond Green.
But Draymond Green, he's not getting many points, but he's helping the team a lot.
He's leading their team in rebounds, assists, and steals.
Yeah, it's basically Steph versus the world.
But he is getting no points at all.
Yeah. Kelly Oubre is.
But it's not really his role on the team is to score points.
He's a point guard. He's supposed to control and set up. But his team is making it so that that's what he has to do. He has to just score. That's why he's been getting so much points because that's really
trying to figure out his win shares.
Want to know what? I just realized that the Warriors are horrible at blocks.
They're terrible.
And stealing.
They're
not that good at defense in general.
Their defense is bad.
Their number one blocker each game averages 1 block. Their number one person who steals averages 1.5. That's horrible.
It is still a steal and a block per game, which is, bad.
But yeah, Draymond Green's also carrying his weight. He's got, in the past 5 games, 7 rebounds, 10 rebounds, 5 rebounds, 2 rebounds, and 9 rebounds. And then assists, 11, 8, 9, 9, and 6. Points, 11, 16, 11, 0, and 6. So he's been playing pretty well in the past couple of games.
Mm-hmm. Draymond Green and Steph are back in.
I think it's really their depth. I think it's really their depth that's hurting them the most.
True. I agree with you because honestly, they lost players to injuries and trades and many things.
Okay, but let's talk about the Nets for a second.
Oh boy, they're gonna be bad in 4 years. They have these players who are good, but those players are gonna retire pretty soon, and after that, they've got no one. They don't have anyone.
Yeah, I'm surprised they aren't doing better, really, with all these amazing players.
And Jared Allen. No, Jared Allen's on the Cavs.
Okay, so their problem is, in my opinion, is they do not have good what's it called?
Big men?
Chemistry. They don't have good chemistry at all. They don't even know each other. They've only
played
Nets
coach just
1 year.
Threw together a bunch of random good players and expected them to be all buddy.
Which obviously it
Irving
works
already
to a point,
refused
but
to play just because he wasn't the star of the team.
I would rather put together a team with a few decent players and maybe some above average and maybe even a superstar. And throw them together, make sure that they have good chemistry, that they like each other, that they can work together on plays that they can do successfully, and not just get these 3 good guys who've been in the league for a long time, who are probably going to retire in about 5 or 6 years, and expect them to be good, even though they just really haven't been with each other for long.
Makes sense.
That's not going to work. I think that the Nets aren't going to.
Yeah, their time to win a championship is this year or next year.
Yeah, next year,
if they
and
can't
then
win one in those years,
that.
I don't think they're going to be able to.
But then again, this year they are pretty good, and I think the James Harden trade was a bad idea, but they can be good now, and I think that's what the general manager was going for.
Now the Rockets are in distress, though.
Yeah,
they've become
I don't even want to talk about them.
I didn't know what the problem with them was when they had Oladipo, Wall, and Wood. I know they don't have Oladipo now, but when they had all those acquirements, I didn't think they were going to do that bad. But they lost 20 straight.
Yeah, not a good.
What about the trade? What about the trade?
LaMarcus Aldridge and Blake Griffin going to the Nets too. That's a super trade, right?
I don't think it's
LaMarcus
a good
Aldridge,
trade at
Blake
all.
Griffin. James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving on a team, right? That would be great, right?
Oh, did you guys see the
Too
video?
bad that they've all been playing in the league for like 15 years. Because
Did you guys
they're
see the
not gonna be
video
playing
of Blake Griffin clapping for the wrong team?
Really?
They were playing the Pistons, and he clapped when the Pistons had made a.
Hey man, I guess that's just like old habit. Cause he's
Yeah, I thought
really
it's pretty funny.
all right. So Max, was that your topic talking about the Nets and the Rockets?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Since we were having a good laugh about Blake Griffin, maybe we could have another good laugh about
Giannis's tweet about smoothies
from 2014. I just tried for the first time smoothie. Man, God bless America. But
can't believe
anyway,
he tried a smoothie.
Can we talk about the Hornets announcers for a minute? They're so energetic about everything. Like, all they do is just scream about Terry Rozier when he does something that makes their team not suck, because that's what the Hornets have been used to. No offense, Hornets. No offense.
No,
But,
no. Offense.
Okay, maybe offense. A little. Maybe a little offense.
Maybe a
yeah,
lot.
they just have never really been this good before. I mean, they've got Terry Rozier,
LaMelo's
LaMelo
really
Ball,
helping out their team.
Miles Bridges.
Those
Hayward.
number one picks barely ever are great.
No.
Sometimes you see good number one picks, but they're either a bust
or just okay.
They're good, They're never great.
Anthony Edwards is okay, I think. It would be
All
fair
the
to say about him.
No,
greatest
Anthony
players-
Edwards, honestly, I think Anthony Edwards has good potential.
He
LaMelo
does.
Ball, Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, Emmanuel Quickley, James Wiseman. They're all pretty good players, and I think they can have potential in this league.
I agree with you. I agree.
LaMelo Ball. Do you guys think LaMelo Ball can still win Rookie of the Year even though he got injured? Or do you think it's going to go to Halliburton or Edwards?
Halliburton's going to win. I could tell. He's just
I think it's going to be Halliburton or Edwards.
I think LaMelo
he's a great point guard, and I love how he plays.
The good thing about it is that it's not too long of an injury. It's only like 2 weeks. So he should be back soon. Maybe if he plays a bit better than he was playing, he can still win.
Yeah, if he plays like great, I still think he has a chance. But if not, I think Halliburton's gonna win. He's like a slightly watered down version of Steph Curry. Halliburton is
watered down. Is he like Gatorade or something?
He's like Curry Raid. He's like
all the players are Gatorade, but when you some of them have more water than the others.
Yep. Like
Curry,
and then there's some of the players that are just
Curry
McDonald's
Splash,
Sprite level.
and then Tyrese Halliburton is just Splish.
Yeah, he's Splish. He's the Splish bro. Tyrese Halliburton,
bro.
Tyrese Halliburton and Buddy Hield are the Splish bros.
Then De'Aaron Fox.
That's like the knockoff Splash bros.
Has just been playing great.
Yeah, he's been doing great for the Kings. Too bad the Kings aren't gonna do anything with their season because they had some good play. But
Alright, so let me change up the topic. NFL underdogs for next season. So what I have here is the Washington football team. They were looking for a quarterback. They got it in Fitzmagic. I think Scary Terry, Fitzmagic, Antonio Gibson, and then Chase Young. He has so much potential.
Chase Young is a stud.
I think
he's so good.
I think that team can go to the second or third round of the NFL playoffs, if not the finals, if they're lucky. It just depends on how they click.
Yeah, because I think Ryan Fitzpatrick is like, I don't know what quarterback I could compare him to. Maybe old Carson Wentz, but not too old Carson Wentz, because old Carson Wentz was like the best of the best. I think Ryan Fitzpatrick is probably like, I don't know. He's good. I think he's good. He's a good playmaker. I think he's capable of a lot of things.
But he is getting older, so.
He is getting old, yes. And they got Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel is a good role player. He's a good wide receiver for Ohio State.
as a Lions fan, I have to say this every year, but
yeah, he's 38, so
the
this
Lions
is
are
going to
be the underrated team.
The Lions are going to be underrated? That's a hot take. Jeez.
Yeah, I have to say that every
They
year.
have Jared Goff.
So. All they did was lose a couple. All they did was lose a couple. All they did was lose a couple wide receivers and then get a slightly worse quarterback. I think they'll be good in a couple of years, but
no, their
definitely
quarterback
not this
is better.
season.
They need an O-line. I don't know why.
Yeah, they
Matt
definitely
Stafford.
Their O-line is the worst
Matt
than the
Stafford
Kansas
was
City
much
Chiefs
better
in
than
Super Bowl.
Goff.
And that's saying a lot.
I got to agree
Matt
with Matt.
Stafford is 10 times better than Jared Goff.
The Lions are going to suck this year. I'm just going to say that. Unless they can pick up a great, like, an all-star draft pick. They're not going to do anything. I think an underrated team would be the Miami Dolphins. Because Tua they're trying to develop.
You think Tua's going to play well?
I think he is, honestly.
I think the Lions will be good in 2023.
I'll be dead by then. That's too long.
2022 and 2023, they get 2 extra number 1 draft picks.
I can't wait
Jared
that
Goff
long.
trade.
I can't wait that long.
What do you mean number 1 draft picks? You mean first rounders?
First round.
The
That's
Detroit teams have just been terrible. I mean, besides the Detroit Tigers, they're off to a good start, but most of these Detroit teams are just not turning out. Hopefully, we can get something turned around next season or next couple of years.
Next couple of years. Jeez. All right. I think we're gonna be needing to wrap this up soon, guys. Just to
a couple more topics and then be done.
Yep. Let's do Max and then me, and then we're done.
Oh shoot! I don't have a topic.
I can take it. What will be the best quarterback coming out of this year's draft class? Like, will it be Trevor Lawrence? Will it be
Trevor Lawrence?
Will it be Justin Fields? Will it be Zach Wilson?
Not Zach Wilson. Under no circumstances can it be Zach Wilson.
I think Justin Fields can play well.
He is so overrated.
I think Troy Lance from North Dakota State is going to be great. At his pro day, I think he's going to be top 15 pick maybe. But he's going to be great because at his field day, he just played amazing. And I think a lot of teams are going to watch out for that. I think he's going to go above Zach Wilson. And
yeah, I think Zach Wilson is overrated as heck.
I don't know how Justin Fields' pro day went, but I maybe even take Trey Lance. Sorry for my butcher of that pronunciation. Trey Lance would go above Justin Fields.
I'd say every quarterback in the draft should go above Zach Wilson.
He really is that overrated to you? I think he's not that bad.
Wow.
You're saying that
tough.
Zach Wilson is the worst QB in this draft class?
Come on.
Yeah.
Wow. Jeez.
Zach Wilson's just out here. He did nothing wrong. He's just getting absolutely dissed. But yeah, Justin Fields, I think if he goes to the Falcons, he can throw some deep balls to Julio and Calvin Ridley.
I'll be so happy.
That would be a super team.
Yeah, that's your favorite team, right?
Great offense.
The Falcons are already a good team if you think about it. Like, take all those players, put them together, and tell me that's not a good team.
Their defense sucks, though.
I don't know why their defense
sucks, though. And they choke.
It's their defense is their reason. They lose so many games.
Yeah, their defense is terrible.
Choking hazard.
I know.
They should start putting labels on Falcons merch that says choking hazard. They cannot win a game.
I know. Choking hazard. For real, though. Like, they cannot hold a lead. It's just crazy. But, for the last topic...
William, end us off.
For the last topic of the day, I think I want to talk about the NCAA Women's Finals and the NCAA Women's just Final Four in general. I think I'm really proud of Arizona for taking down UConn. Stanford, obviously the number 1 overall seed, won the tournament. I did not expect that because they're just.
I will say.
I did expect that.
I do not know much about NCAA women's basketball, but all I know is that Stanford won.
I'm proud of Arizona, because
I predicted
They were
them in my
underdogs.
overtime predictions. So, yeah.
All right. And yeah, I think Arizona, I'm proud of them because they were an underdog. No one really expected them to go this far. Some people had them losing in the second round. Yeah, but I'm
So
proud
I
of
think
them.
that's gonna wrap it up.
Yeah. All right, everyone.
That's the end of the episode.
Have a great day.
This should be out.
Eventually.
Yes, eventually.
This Wednesday, April 7th, or Saturday. Let me do my quick maths. April 10th.
Yep.
So, whenever this is out, I know some of these topics might be outdated by then, but I bet you could still get some takes on these. So, yeah, season 1, episode 1. Next episode, we'll
have
be talking about
plenty
the next
of new
one.
different things to talk about.